am in so much pain right now. I literally want to scream. Like, I'm just thinking back to how excited I was. You know, it's so funny watching back this footage because it never works out how I expect it to, but I'm always so hopeful. Oh, y'all know I love you. Y'all know I love you. Turn off that air and it's 99 degrees Fahrenheit. Watch this, yeah. Got the bands in my pockets. You know I paid for it. Watch this, yeah. All of the time, girl, you look fine. Okay. So, hello booktubing world. It is I, Capri Nicole, and I'm back with another video. So we are at the end of the year, and I will say I am very grateful for this year. It was a very prosperous year, a very accomplished year, a very peaceful year, a very healing year. Like, I just had the time of my life. Like, I really had a great year. Ending the year, very happy, very grateful for all my loved ones, and just for the state that I'm in right now. Because I feel like compared to 2023, baby, this was a phenomenal year. Like, this was probably one of my best years. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, it was a good year. I will warn you, you will be seeing this outfit a lot because I'm bulk filming today. I think I'm filming like 5 videos, so you will be seeing this same outfit over and over and over and over again. Okay, so be prepared for that. If you're new here, welcome. I know we have a lot of new islanders, so I do want to welcome you to Capri's Book Island. Say hello to all of your cousins. And I love end of the year content because it's just so smooth to edit and film. Like, I don't have to do a whole bunch of music and effects, and I don't have to do shit. A lot of it's like sitting down, wrapping up the year, making plans for the following year, and so on and so forth. So speaking of making plans for the following year, that's what this video is going to be. This is kind of like an old school video. I don't think people even really do this anymore, but back in my day, because I've been on booktube forever, back at my day, like at the end of the year, people used to do their like bookish New Year's resolutions. I still like to do that tradition just because it's just one of, I love New Year's, I love the holidays, I love the start of a new year because I just get all the fun feelings of being excited for like what the new year can bring, despite the naysayers, because I know there's people out there that be like, why you be so excited for another year? It's the same thing every time, whatever, blah blah. Maybe for you, but every year I'm gonna romanticize it, and it's just like a reset. Like, it's just nice to look forward to having a restart. Like, it's just so nice. So I love the New Year's. I have 10 bookish New Year's resolutions, so let's get into them. Okay, so the first one is, I think I had this one last year, but I want to go to more bookish events. I think I went to my first book signing this year, and I went to a silent library event, and I think I went to one more bookish event. So I did go to either 2 or 3 bookish events this year, but I want to go to more. I went to the silent book club during the summer, which was a huge mistake on my part, and I was late. So like, all the good seating inside was gone. Like, everybody was sitting outside, and baby, there was no shade. I was melting my ass off. So if you want to see that video, it's on my Patreon. It was one of the first videos I put up on my Patreon, so it's old, but feel free to go over there and join us if you'd like to. I was melting. Like, I was physically like in pain. So I think I want to find more bookish events that are inside. Like, I'm not, like, I like being outside, but only in the fall and the spring. I hate being outside in the summer. There's nothing pleasant about me burning and roasting and sweating. Like, I overheat really easily, so I'm already hot. Like, before the sun even touches me, I'm already on fire. So like, just melting outside and just sweating is miserable to me. So I want to find more bookish events that are inside. Like, inside, like with AC and shade and chairs. Like, I cannot do any more out. Like, the outdoor events was cute idea, but hell no. The hell to the no. Okay, so that's number 1. The second New Year's resolution that I have is to follow a different reading tracker. I don't think I'm ever going to give up Goodreads. I don't think anyone ever will. We always say we will, but we really never do. It's just like people still use it even if they use new trackers, and I think that's what I'm going to do this year. I think my main tracker is going to be Fable. I love their graphics. I love the cute little fun ideas they have. It's very colorful. It's very my vibe. I tried Storygraph and it just felt too like I don't want to say mathematical, but it just felt more for people that give a shit about like charts and percentages and all this. I don't care about all of that. So I like cute stuff. So like Fable has really like cute things. Everything's colorful, bubbly. So I don't know, I just like Fable's vibe better. No shade to Storygraph, because I know plenty of people like it. It's easy for them to track, and it's made by a black woman. So all the power to the Storygraph girlies, but it's just not for me. Like I need something that's cuter, that grabs my attention. I like cartoony vibes, and I feel like Fable has that down pack. So I think my main tracker is going to be Fable, and I'll still use Goodreads just because I like the community there. I like seeing what people are reading. I like just the repetitiveness. Like we do like the same things. Like we have the color of the year, we have your Goodreads goal, we have, you know, it's connected to Kindle, so if you put any notes in your Kindle, it'll show up in your review. And I don't know, I just like that, and I just like Goodreads, but it just needs to be updated. Like they need to add something new, but I do like the fact that it has like the same things over and over again. So I'll probably just be using Goodreads and Fable. So those are going to be my two main girls for 2025. The next thing is to try to find ways to donate to bookish things, or like indie bookstores, or anything that has to do with the book community. I want to find a way to like donate and give back. There's plenty of ways to like give back to the book community as far as like libraries are concerned. So I definitely want to visit my library more next year, just so that it helps with the funding, because I know with a lot of libraries, they get better funding when people visit more, when people check out more books. So I definitely want to lean into that. And I also want to find ways to like donate and give to the bookish community. I don't know where to go, but I'm going to figure that out. The next thing is to read outside more and to read in cafes. I know I said I will not be going outside when it's hot, and I won't. Like I will be standing on business with that. But as far as like spring and fall is concerned, I loved sitting outside during the fall season and just reading with the leaves and the sky. The weather was perfect. It was great. Like I really loved that vibe. There's a lot of places to read in my city, and our town center has a ton of like chairs, and it's really fun to go over there and sit and read. So I definitely want to read outside more, and maybe at like some cafes, because I love reading in my house, but my favorite place to read in my apartment is my bed, and that's a problem because I end up falling asleep. So even though my bed is like cozy and comfy, I need to physically leave, because I think when I read in cafes, I do so much better with my attention. Like for some reason, when I'm in my house, if I'm trying to read, if I'm in my bed or even on the couch or wherever, I veer off to my phone every time. Like it's my attention span is never there. But if I'm reading outside at a cafe, I do so much better. So I definitely want to do that. The next thing is I want to film more short form content. Like I want to do like reading vlogs on like Instagram or TikTok, child, if it's still there, or like, you know, YouTube shorts, whatever. Like I just want to do like quick little reading vlogs, like 24-hour readathons or whatever, because they're just like quick and fun to edit in comparison to like a full vlog, especially because like I'm a long form content girl. So like the short form is just a little bit different for me, because I be feeling like time doesn't exist. Whenever I'm filming a vlog, I just do like whatever I want. But I do want to do more short form content for the girlies that have like short attention spans, or people that just like enjoy, you know, TikToks or whatever. Like I would like to do like 24-hour readathons, or like read with me live, whatever, blah blah blah, stuff like that. So hopefully I can incorporate that into like my Instagram and my TikTok, if we still have it. The next thing is I want to make a reading corner. My boyfriend got me a reading chair, and I kind of just like crashed out and just started buying a whole bunch of stuff to decorate my little reading chair area. And I was like, why don't I just make like a reading corner? So I'm going to be cleaning out an area in my room to make like a full-on reading corner situation. And I want to try, along with that, to coincide with that resolution, I want to try immersive reading. I thought immersive reading was just like making yourself sit down and doing like a really long reading sprint, but apparently it's like reading in tandem with your physical book and an audiobook. So you're listening to the audiobook, but you're reading physically, and you just like sit down and read for like a few hours. I've seen a lot of TikTok vlogs like that, and it seems fun. As someone with a very short attention span, I think having an audiobook and a physical book will really help me like lock in. And sometimes I struggle with like finishing a book, so like I'll be like flying through a book, and then all of a sudden I have like 100 pages left, and then all of a sudden, girl, you don't want to pick the damn book up. So it's just like, I feel like immersive reading and my reading corner will help with that. Just like romanticize it, make it fun, make it cute, make it cozy. So I definitely want to lean into that 2025. The next thing is I want to get a Barnes & Noble membership. I had a membership, but I have the old one that was like $20 a year. And now that we had, like, you know, the book talk craze and they helped revamp Barnes & Noble and stuff, I know they have a completely different tier system as far as memberships are concerned. So I want to head over there and like maybe set up like my membership and get into like supporting Barnes & Noble. It's expensive as shit over there. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you, it's very expensive, but I don't know, I miss going to Barnes. Like, I really do miss going to Barnes & Noble, and I feel like with the membership you do get discounts and stuff. So I just want to see like what's that about, because all the reading girls have their Barnes & Noble membership and I'm just like, I have the old one. So like I need to get on that and like pick my tier and stuff like that. I know they have like different levels, so I want to see like what they got going on over there. My next resolution is I want to read more queer books. I feel like I have a lot of queer books and sapphic books on my TBR, but I end up not reading them. I think my biggest struggle is a lot of the books that I hear about are usually YA, and I don't really want to read YA. Like, I want to read, if I'm gonna read a queer book, I would like it to be adult. So I'm gonna try to find more like adult queer books and sapphic books to read in 2025, because I feel like I have a mix of books on my shelves, but it's too many boy girl, boy girl. Like, I need some girl, boy, trans people up on my shelves. Like, I want to support everyone, so I definitely want to support those forms of media, because it's just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, we're not living in a world where everybody's heterosexual, so I don't want to only read books that are with straight people. So yeah, I need some more sapphic books, I need some more queer books. If you have any recommendations, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do in 2025 is find more graphic novels that are by Black authors. I feel like I be doing my thing when it comes to looking for Black authors that I don't know about or haven't heard of, but I don't really be looking for the Black graphic novel girls. Like, I know y'all out there. Like, I know y'all are out there. Like, I really know y'all are out there. So I just want to do my research, because I just feel like I have a lot of manga and graphic novels, but it's like not all by Black authors, and I'm like, I know there's more Black graphic novels out there. Like, I know there is. And I think when I was looking at my shelves and I saw Wash Day on my shelves, I was like, I love that book so much, and I'm like, I need more like that, because it's just so beautiful. And I also read Ghost Rose, and I'm just like, there are more graphic novel, comic books, and stuff like that by Black authors out there. So I just want to do my due diligence in finding them. And that leads me to my final resolution. We have another blackout year on our hands, baby. This year, I only read fantasy books, except one. I did read a Christmas book at the end of the year with my book club, but overall I only read fantasy books, and I will never do that again. I think that was the stupidest resolution I've ever had. Like, as someone, I don't mind making myself do certain challenges for the year, but like, only reading one genre was unhinged. Like, even when I was like, oh well, you know, I can read romantasy, I can read historical fantasy, I can read epic fantasy, I can read short fantasy, whatever, I did all that, but I was tired of reading that shit. I wanted to read a graphic novel. I wanted to read, I don't know, I just was tired of limiting myself. I was like, this has to be fantasy, this has to be fantasy. And I just was like, I was tired of that. Like, it really put me into a slump. I think this was like my slowest, not my slowest reading year, but it just felt slow. So I don't know, I feel like I was trying to prove to myself that I could read more fantasy, because I don't know, when you're a woman, people just automatically assume that romance is your favorite genre, and if it is, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Romance is still like a valid genre to be your favorite, but it's not my favorite. Like, fantasy is my favorite, so I'm just like, how you gonna say fantasy is your favorite genre and then never read fantasy like that? So I was trying to prove something to myself and to like, I don't even know if other people, but it's just like, in general, if you say like, oh, fantasy is my favorite, or I love reading, or whatever, like, you know how heavy the male population is in fantasy, so they just be trying to challenge everything that you do. So I just wanted to prove that I read more fantasy, and it's like, I don't need to prove that to nobody. Who gives a Like, I could read only romance books for the entire year and fantasy will still be my favorite genre. I don't need to prove to anybody. I don't even know why I even thought I needed to do that. And I also was trying to prove it to myself, but it's just like, girl, it's not that deep. I will never do that again. I had so many reading slumps this year. I don't think I really started feeling it until like July. Like, I think the first like 6 months I was like, it's whatever, but that latter half of the year I just wanted to read other shit. And I was just like, the fact that I limited myself like this is crazy. So yeah, never doing that again. But I will be doing another blackout year. If you're new or if you don't know, I've done this before, probably like 2 or 3 years ago, where I only read books by Black authors. I do not feel limited in this because Black authors are everywhere and they have a plethora of books for me to read from. When I did my blackout year before, it was my best reading year, my favorite reading year. I had so many books that I loved. I found so many new authors to support, and I just want that feeling back. However, I will be reading 2 books with my boyfriend that are not by a Black author. We're buddy reading the John Gwynne series, and we're reading book 2 and 3. So we're reading book 2 and 3 for The Shadow of the Gods. We read this one together this year, and we want to continue on our buddy reads. So those 2 books are going to be the only books I'm not reading that are not by Black authors. But other than that, we have another blackout year on our hands, baby. So if you have any books that you love by Black authors or on Kindle Unlimited or whatever, please leave them in the comment section below. I would greatly appreciate them. I'm really excited because I had a phenomenal reading year the last time I did this. So I'm just excited to just deep dive into my backlist, deep dive into like my research. I was really in my research era the last time I did this. I was really finding authors that I've never heard of and doing my due diligence, and I loved that. I loved finding those books because then I can talk about those books and recommend them to other people. So those are all of my resolutions. That's everything I want to do for 2025, everything I want to focus on. Let me know in the comment section below what are some of your New Year's resolutions for 2025, or some of your goals, or anything that you accomplished this year that you're super proud of yourself for. Honestly, just pat yourself on the back for making it through this year, because really none of this shit matters. Like, we're literally just like, who asked to be here? You know, sometimes when I want to be grounded or whatever, I'll watch Soul. I feel like Soul is the perfect movie to remind you, like, none of this shit matters. Like, literally none of this matters. Just be a good person and do your best. That's literally all you can do. So congratulations to making it to the end of the year. Hopefully we will see each other, God willing, at the end of next year. If you made it to the end of this video, please leave this emoji right here in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my content. I'm excited for next year because there will be a lot of changes on this channel, so stay tuned for that. A special thank you to all my patrons. We do have a January readathon coming up, just like a New Year's resolution bingo moment. I had a ton of fun with them during the fall season doing readathon, so I'm excited to do that for January. And then we also have a readathon for February that I'm working on. So if you'd like to join us on Patreon, feel free, the link is below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Always remember, read a book, keep your life interested, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.
Now, baby. Yeah, can I see you? See you now, baby. Yeah, yeah. I know what I want. Play with you, I know I love it. So bring your ass to the front, shake it like that, baby. Throw it.